My name's Rhapsody, his name is Rito of Retromation, and welcome back to video games. How's it going, bud?
Welcome back to video games. I was half expecting it's because it's been a while. I was half expecting like a fully prepared new title, a new gem of a title.
No. It doesn't get better than Rito and Rap's Reap Ripe Rice, was it?
Reap Ripe Rice and Rye.
Ah, yeah.
True.
Sorry, I
Good one.
dropped an extra one from it.
It's true. I mean, there was sow the same seeds. I mean, I don't know. Plant some potatoes. There we go. You ready to get in and do that?
Going alliterative
Started
with
with potatoes.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. All right. I'll count down because I decided to. In 3, 2, 1. Get in there. Get yourself in there.
Hell yeah. I've been working on new strats, so like as soon as I spawn in, I'm obviously running over to a side immediately, but I try and pick up the potatoes along the way. Save some frames.
Oh, save some frames. Save those frames. You're gonna need them to beat me, pal. Bucko.
Yeah, it's
You need all the frames you can get.
and it's almost like that would be more important were this a race rather than a score.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, saving frames could still, it still matters. Being frame perfect. It's like a score attack. It's saving frames in like an arcade game to get a higher score.
It's just good practice to be in, frankly.
It's true. You have a favorite arcade game, like classic arcade game?
I'm gonna go with no,
one or
because I've never played any.
You've never played any classic arcade games?
No.
None? You've never played Pac-Man?
I've played Pac-Man on a PlayStation. Does it count as an arcade game when I played it on a PlayStation? It was called 3D Pac-Man World, and Pac-Man had a face, and it was creepy.
Wait, so Pac-Man, you're talking Pac-Man World?
Yeah.
On PS2? And wait, PS1? PS2? PS2, I think.
I frankly don't remember the finer details about it. I do remember that Pac-Man had a face, and it made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not classic arcade game Pac-Man. I'm not mad, and I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
I'm just confused. You've never played any version of any classic arcade game ever?
I think the closest is like the Grand Theft Auto that was on arcade. Like it was, a friend had a table in their house with a glass screen on top, which emulated an arcade, and had that game in it. That's my only experience relevant.
Okay. Wow. I did not realize I was gonna get what a juicy question and to ask and answer right away. That's crazy.
Arcade gaming just wasn't really a thing. Like we didn't have arcades.
Yeah, I mean I have played not very often in actual arcades, but I've always found ways to like play on like phone or on like in web browser or something like that. I've done that a lot. Like that's mostly where I played them, or like collections on PlayStation. Like Namco Museum Collection, I think it's called, on PlayStation, on the first PlayStation.
Yep.
Is where I played arcade games for the first time.
No, I'd have like slight familiarity with that kind of thing. You know, having played like Space Invaders or some sort of rip-off on PlayStation.
Okay. So you have played them, you've just not played them in the classic arcade way.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily know which of them are and are not arcade games because they weren't arcade games when I played them.
Okay. All right.
What would you say is your favorite classic arcade game?
Probably Dig Dug. That music is just too good.
I'm sure that was a game.
Yeah. You've not heard of Dig Dug?
I have heard of Dig Dug. I just have no familiarity with
Stranger Things. You watched Stranger Things season 2. You've at least heard of Dig Dug.
That's true.
I know this about you. You've seen it before.
I cannot play the fool on that one, but it's not something that I would be able to spot. Like I wouldn't be able to pick it out of a lineup.
Okay. What would Dig Dug have done to be on Dig Dug Trial? You'd need to pick it out of a lineup.
It's almost certainly some sort of trafficking, right?
That or it's like a jailbreak or something. Digging out of a jail.
Yeah, I mean that's actually kind of the real world inspiration I was going with, of El Chapo being like the king of digging out of areas and digging tunnels to traffic drugs through, but also dug straight out of a jail.
You dug straight out. I believe that's exactly what inspired it.
Oh, right, of course. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know the inspiration behind that one. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You're not familiar with you've never heard of an arcade before. It's okay.
Never in my entire
It's
life.
okay.
The only
what is an
arcade that I recognize is Arcade
arcade?
Gannon from Fallout New Vegas.
Okay. I want to go back and play Fallout New Vegas because I played a little bit of it, but it's always like I'm so daunted by especially any Bethesda game. Especially any Bethesda game. There's so... Oh my god, the tree man! I didn't finish killing him the other day. I didn't finish killing him the other day, and he stomped all the way to the base on the second day. He's coming to get me. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a couple creatures in the game that'll do that to you. The cats are also notorious for that.
Oh my god, this has never happened to me before. And his health got reset too. This is fun. All right, sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's daunting to play Bethesda games. I've tried so many times to get deeply into like Skyrim, but I can't do it, despite like trying really hard. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, I feel like it's different for Fallout New Vegas, but that's just probably a little bit of a bias on the fact that I like the writing in that game, making it easier for me to play.
Oh yeah. No, Fallout New Vegas is the one I had the easiest time with. I just stopped because I think I probably just had too many other things that came out. You know, one of those situations.
Yeah.
Where it's just like I liked it, but I liked everything I was playing also.
I think
And they had
everyone doing
smaller
roguelikes.
time investments.
I think everyone doing roguelikes at the moment is very, very familiar with that problem.
Yeah. There's a few months ago, I was like, oh man, there's not going to be anything to play until all these major games like Spelunky 2 and Darkest Dungeon 2 and everything come out. And then turns out I was completely ignorant. There's too much to play, actually.
It's woe betitus. It's an unfortunate time.
Oh yes, it is a shame. 'Tis but a shame. Oh my goodness. What is your favorite game of the year? We're getting near the end here. Do you know your game of the year? Sorry,
Okay,
what was
so
that?
the game of this year.
Game of this year. Yeah, what? Did Slay the Spire come out officially this year? Because I mean,
I think it was the official release this year, but I don't know if I can call it my
mean-
game of the year when I have like more than 2 years worth of videos on it already.
yeah, that's the weird thing about early access and everything like that and game of the year stuff. Because like, I don't know, the hype dies down with it too. I mean, obviously not that Slay the Spire is not hyped up and everything right now, but like, you know, it's been a thing for a long time. So it's weird to call it the game of this year.
Yeah,
It feels wrong. But it's not the game of the year before because it's not done yet. So it's like, I don't know. It's all semantics.
I think I'm gonna call my game of the year. It's The Outer Worlds. It's not out yet, but I'm almost certain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calling my shot on this one.
We're just talking about Fallout New Vegas, so I imagine, yeah, that makes sense. When is it out? It's gotta be out really soon, isn't it?
October 25th, so just over 2 weeks from now.
When are you, like, I mean, never mind. I'll ask you, that's an off-camera thing. Never mind.
I will not be back in town by then, no.
Okay. I was gonna say, are you gonna be okay with that? Are you gonna be all right?
No, it's gonna be cruel. I'm gonna be sad about it.
Oh man, I'm gonna start a series on it, and I'm gonna spoil everything. I'm gonna DM you everything. Just because I'm that kind of cruel, vindictful guy. That's me.
I'm gonna have to watch it as well. That's not fair.
Oh man, like the thing is, I want to play that, but I can't finish games right now that are only like 6 hours long. And that's the thing is, I don't know. I want more time to do things like that.
Can everyone just stop
I guess
creating
is what I
games
want.
for a while?
Yeah,
Just all developers,
I would be
just
cool with that.
tin it up.
Yeah, just stop. Just come on. We get it. Ooh, I know how to make a video game. Ooh. Stop it.
God, stop showing off.
Stop showing off. Just because I can't even successfully always make my own dinner doesn't mean, you know, that's impressive. Boy, oh boy. So game of the year already. Calling the shot.
Yeah, well,
Fair enough.
it's going to have to be that because...
What else came out this year?
Yeah, exactly.
I always, whenever it comes out to the end and it's like, I never know what actually came out, but there is some really good things. Baba Is You came out this year, right?
Mm-hmm. Baba Is You is this year.
That one's very. it's a very good one.
It is, but I didn't play enough of it to, you know, be able to legitimately claim it as my game of the year, I don't think.
Very fair. Very fair.
Have you got one in mind for yours?
I feel like I had one. I should have, you know, like I should know what I'm getting into when I ask the question, but not off the top of my head. No, I thought there was some really good. I mean, Slay the Spire, like if we're talking semantic style, yeah, I guess it's probably mine too.
Hell yeah.
Or it would for not two, but it would be mine if it's technically counting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
What if we counted DLC for
Dicey
games that
Dungeons.
already existed?
When what are you trying to get in there? Which thing you trying to sneak in?
After.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Would it as DLC take over the slot of an entire game for me personally? Probably not. No.
Okay.
But if it's like the entire game plus Farewell to Arms all at the same time, I mean, yeah, but that feels like a cop out.
Well, yeah, that's cheating.
That's cheating.
Would it be?
Wait, that's illegal.
Does World of Warcraft Classic have a role to play in this?
I haven't actually played nearly enough of it. I've only probably played it for about 6 hours total, and it was mostly all on stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and also that's super cheating. that's from that came out in 2004. That's really cheating. That's super illegal.
Look, that's just semantics.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like Dicey Dungeons. Probably actually is. I think I'd maybe say Dicey Dungeons actually. I really, really like it.
Hell
Like it
yeah.
a lot. It's a very good video game.
It's a very nice video game. I feel like it's one of those video games that, like, unfortunately, because it's kind of it's one of the series that if I'm overloaded, it's one of the first ones that I can't do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of taken up this role where I can't focus enough energy on it to be good enough to get past certain areas without dropping other games in favor of it. So it's in this weird area of I like the game, but I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a very good one. But I can totally understand that. If I wasn't playing it every day, I'd probably I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to beat some of the things that I've been able to beat recently, at the very least, because they tested every part of my body. I don't know if you you maybe or maybe didn't see, but one of the episodes for The Witch, I uploaded 3 or 4 episodes in a row of me trying to beat it, and that's with 4 videos that I uploaded, 3 videos that I uploaded unlisted of just completely scrapped videos of me trying to beat it.
Yeah.
So that's with me playing every single day, like that's every single day, and I still had that issue.
Yeah, it does feel like it also feels like the effect of that is compounded because you can see the RNG on its face, and I've mentioned before that that's something that I feel like will frustrate people, and it's even gotten me, even though like I keep pointing that out as a factor. It still got me.
It's so easy to do that. So easy. I mean, I do it too. And I've been playing it for a long time. I've been playing, since the beta or whatever. And I still do it. I'm like, I know. Every game, every card game has dice rolls here and there. Some are just more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
This one is about as obvious as it gets. You literally, it's the same as rolling a die on your desk.
Yep.
It's completely random. But you get to see it, and it's all about mitigating randomness, getting rid of bad randomness and increasing the chance that good randomness will happen.
Hell yeah.
That's all it's about.
Very, very agreed. How'd you go for your first season?
And I
then?
like that. Oh god, it's been a wreck. It's been bad. I only cleared the desert. I feel like I've only maybe harvested like 7 crops. So I'll see in a second when I get up there what I'm actually at. But do you already have yours?
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting up there right now.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Not great.
No, I'm at harvest rating 7.
Not bad, frankly. For only harvesting
Yeah.
7 crops.
How far did you beat me? How much did you beat me by?
Max full.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm dead. I'm deceased.
You've
Dead before it
already
started.
died? Did the
I'm
mayor
not,
just
no.
go, you know what? People have starved as a result of you. You're straight up dead, bucko. Just pulls
Yeah,
out
it's
a
like,
sword.
you need to do more. You should know better than to even attempt to turn in all of this. We get more food just randomly falling from the sky.
Yeah. We photosynthesize more than you provided to us here. How dare you?
Yeah. It's very true. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is very much a game where I if I'm not playing it, you know, at least maybe once a week, I'm having a really hard time since it takes so much attention.
I mean, we'll probably both be back to playing it at least once a week very-ish
It's true.
soon.
Yeah. So maybe I can find some time and like play for 30 minutes. There we
You
go.
try and do that, and then you always overshoot the mark, especially knowing that there are more cats to collect.
It's true. Unfortunately, though, I cannot play the way I want. This is an outrage. Game of the year, definitely not Atomic Crops. Can't have any more cats. Won't let me have any more. I just need to, quote unquote, make them better, implying all cats are not good cats.
Well,
This
hang on.
is
No,
just
it's not
sickening.
implying all cats are not good cats. It's just saying there are some cats that are better. Like large chubby cats. That's the hierarchy the game has instituted.
Yeah, well, I'm still offended. Nothing can stop me.
Okay,
I just can't handle it.
that's totally fair. Is it time to boycott?
Absolutely.
All right.
How have we not started?
Well, this has been the
is
Atomic Crop
now-
series.
This is now Rito and Rap's race to learn law so they can sue Atomic Crops for unjust things.
Which of us can pass the bar first?
Yeah. Rito and Raps beat the bar. Bar fast. Oh my. I can't find the darn golden chest. I'm playing so sloppy here. There we go. Have you fully cleared 2 places now, I assume? Is my guess about your pace?
2 places, and I'm almost done with the 3rd. I always clear the desert and the plains. Yeah, desert and the plains. I always clear both of those in the first 2 days. But I do nothing except that.
Plan. That was my plan too. Backup generator. I'm not liking my items very much. What have you been getting?
Yeah, I got the ability to hold a 2nd generator and daily scroll. Like daily scroll, yeah, this is pretty good. The
Yeah.
ability to hold a 2nd generator.
Yeah. Daily Scroll is pretty darn good though.
It does more than make up for it, in my opinion. But still, ability to hold an extra generator always feels like, you know, because there's usually 1 good generator for your run. Like, sorry, 1 good tractor for your run, maximum maybe. It oftentimes feels like, all right, I just get a 2nd copy of the same generator. This is a backup generator that's just worse because it costs me 200 to get it.
Yeah. It's fair. It's fair.
That said, if you get backup generator into as well, woo-hoo-hoo,
Ooh, doggy.
have a real dang good time.
I still can't get over the fact you haven't played any arcade. I can't get over it. No arcade game.
Yeah, well, I
Not
mean,
even Pac-Man.
we didn't have like arcades. Like we had,
Yeah.
I don't know, internet cafes were far more common.
Yeah.
Arcades were similarly to Halloween, a thing that I constantly saw in American media products. That I was like,
Yeah.
oh hell yeah, that sounds cool as hell. Let's go to our local arcade. There is none, Ryan. Sit down.
I never went to arcades growing up though either. They're not very prevalent here or where I was. I just when I say arcade games, I guess I would just meant like playing them in some fashion. Just like mostly on PlayStation or whatever.
Okay, then yes. Then I'd like to amend my answer.
Okay. I am back to understanding everything now. Okay.
Excellent. Everything? Okay, I've got a couple things I need you to explain to me.
Yes, go shoot. I'll tell you the only real answers.
Okay, I need you first to define a marigold. Someone told me a while ago, but I forgot.
I believe it is a hopefully loving union between two people. And also it grows. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I can't remember where the actual marigold grows. I can't even pull out that knowledge. Apparently, I don't understand everything. Apparently, I have an approximate knowledge of most things.
Ah, yes, Finn the Human Boy. Good references.
I try. Oh, boy. Maybe I can pull it back in the in the second half here. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because
I don't know.
The second half, because like it doesn't weight your score per season. Like, oh, you get extra points for the first season because obviously you're not gonna be harvesting that much. Because it doesn't weight like that, you can just make it all up in the last season with like a couple of Anemocry as well as like a Cloud. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's my hope. That and not dying are my hopes, I guess.
My goal, I gotta be entirely honest, is to try and clear most areas and just get a sprinkling tractor as well as a high level crop and just mill out those crops until I end up with a sea full of... What is the highest level crop that I... dang it. There's like a specific crop. I'm gonna say tomatoes.
Sure. Tomatoes.
Excuse me? Let's call the whole thing off.
Have you ever heard anyone call them a tomato?
Like, in
a
real?
non-joke?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Tomato.
Me either.
Tomato. No, tomato is actually probably the Australian way of saying it.
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna say, I was like, it seems a little more likely that you would have actually heard it. I thought, but
Well, because I didn't hear it in the right intonation, so it didn't ring to me.
yeah.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Oh, mate, gonna go pick down some tomatoes?
Pick down some tomatoes. Tomato.
Uh-huh.
What is... I just want some darn cleats.
Don't we all?
Can't join the soccer team. Yeah. I can't join the team until I get some cleats.
It does feel like there are, a couple upgrades in this game that, God, they'd just be really nice as meta progressive upgrades.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But there's still time.
Of course.
Looking forward to that spooky update. Hopefully. I feel like it'll set, like, the first major update in early access, like, just sets the tone for the whole shebang. Like, I don't know, like, the Undermine updates have been really, really, really nice. For example, the one recently was really, really, really good. And
so
there was just an update for... What was that? No, go ahead.
Sorry, what did the recent Undermine update actually do? Because I feel like I started so late that I didn't notice it's different.
Yes. It is, it's a little something behind a bookcase.
I would know nothing about that.
Exactly. It added pets, a whole bunch of different balance changes, things like that, tweaks. But the pet system is the major thing. It's really good. It's a nice, everything that was added, I'm super in favor for. They tweaked some of the bosses that I don't know. Stealth is really annoying sometimes and feels kind of. I don't know if you've had any situations with him where you're like, did I really get hit by that part of his body? Or something like that, but they changed that.
I've not had that, but I have had with Celt, like, oh, are you gonna ever stop following me? Because right now, all you're doing is tracing my tail, and I can't run away from you forever.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's like when you get to when you get to the later like ascension levels after beating it, they start to do like a ridiculous amount of damage. Like I have currently with all the meta progression and everything, I sit at 500 HP. One of his hits does about 250. Ooh. So you basically can only get hit twice on any boss. It's pretty wild. So it's really easy to remember baloney hits when two of them kill you.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to invalidate my current boss killing strategy of just stack a bunch of troll sweats, go into the fight, and laugh if they try and hit you.
Yeah, troll sweat won't cut it. No, it's the slow one HP per second won't cut it anymore.
Damn. Because that was like seriously how I did most of my early boss fights, at least. I think currently, because the backlog is particularly long, I think I'm currently on Ascension 5.
Oh, wow.
Dang,
that is a big backlog. That's a huge backlog.
Well, I mean, there were also a lot of episodes where it's just like, okay, I guess I'm going to do the whole game this episode. And then the next episode doing the same thing.
It's true. It does get to a point eventually where it's just like every episode is a new ascension. If you're on like a certain specific grind with them, like when you get to a certain point, you feel like you're. When I started ascending, I felt like my meta progression things had me way stronger than where the game currently was.
Yeah,
like for quite a while. But then that evens out because the meta progression stops, but the game does not. Keeps going. Yeah, so eventually it only gets harder.
Does it affect all enemies or just the bosses?
Everything.
Ah, okay. So is there going to be a point at which it's like in my best interest to stop meta progressing?
No. Because it doesn't when you met, or are you saying with the ascensions?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I mean maybe, maybe, but it's not going to get any harder unless you do. You could, but you're eventually going to get all the meta progression and upgrades anyways. So you might as well just do it.
So
it doesn't get that much harder. It's very incremental. The going from one ascension to the next, it doesn't make it that much harder.
Yeah, like I didn't really notice the difference until a boss fight on the 4th ascension. I was like, wait a second, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how it changes, which is something I always like to see avoided. I have 12 pickaxes and I'm not using them. Oh my god. That's always something I like to see avoided when making games harder. Is just like, let's just make them do a buttload of damage. But I do like that more than give them a buttload of health.
Yeah, that would just be incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. That being said, I do think their health does go up, because it's gotten to the point where the boss fights are very long. Like, I don't know. It's basically, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because I do like. There's some games where it's like the gameplay loop is basically work the whole time so that you can handle the boss, and that's eventually what it turns into.
Yep.
And whether or not you like that will determine whether or not you like the ending gameplay loop of Undermine. Because it's very much that point where the only thing that will kill you will be the boss.
Yeah.
So it's like everything is working up to that.
I mean, at least once the like actual meta progression, that is to say the purchases in the overworld, as soon as those stop, at the very least, I can stop picking up money? Surely.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. You can stop picking up money. You only need enough money to buy literally everything from the shop, but that's really not hard to do. It's really, really, really easy to get enough money. You get that just by playing the game normally. You get enough money to buy literally anything from the shop.
That's honestly the part that I'm looking forward to because, you know, just checking the walls constantly and actually staying in the room so that the Pilfer has the time to collect all of them is just like, ugh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't have to. And
Kinda reminds
I've gotten
me-
to the point where
Sorry.
every single episode at the beginning, I say, for anybody who's new, yes, I'm gonna miss gold. Yes, it's on purpose. Just like is how I have to start every video now
Yep.
because like when there's no point anymore. There's no point anymore, and I like that. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's the next big phase. That's probably when I'm gonna get my 5th win for the game.
Yeah. I'm still riding high. I started long enough ago where the update is, means a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's apparently going to be a big update like every month, which is crazy. Like, they all seem really, really substantial too. 30 new items in the next update. That kind of thing is great.
Color me excited.
Yeah. Do you have what game do you think has, I feel like I know the answer, I guess, but what game do you think has done early access for you the best? What game do you feel did not abuse early access in any way?
Don't starve.
Don't Starve?
Yep.
What did they do? Like, what kind of update style did they have?
What we currently understand is like the ethical roadmap for early access. They effectively created.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know much about it actually. So.
I wish I could get
played a
into
little
more
bit.
detail without constantly being worried that I'm getting a detail wrong. But yeah,
True.
like our current understanding of how early access should really be done was largely a result of Clay and Don't Starve. Occasionally having made mistakes, but handling them constantly with grace.
I feel like that's really the big ticket with PR and everything nowadays. Is like everybody's gonna make mistakes. How you're responding to the fallout of it is how it really matters.
Yeah, I think that's like a large amount of the source of increased frustration people get with companies as they get larger, because as they get larger, the PR response eventually becomes just don't talk about it ever again.
Yeah, pretty much. Just run.
Uh-huh. People will forget. That kind of thing.
Yeah. And they usually do because there's so many other things that will be easy to get mad about very soon.
Mm-hmm. There's no
So
shortage.
usually, that's the thing. That's the thing, is it usually does work. But what I was gonna mention is a new update came out for Hades today, and it was insane to me how much was changed in such a small update. And I was gonna say I've never seen a game handle early access as well as Hades has so far for me. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like complete gameplay overhaul changes and everything in a game that, as far as I'm aware, like felt basically complete a long time ago.
Yeah,
And there's still so much left.
that's like, have you watched the No Code documentary about the development of Hades?
The no clip?
Yeah, sorry.
I have not, but I didn't realize they did one. I definitely will. Yeah.
Highly
Making-
highly recommend it. It like looking at their workflow makes it really easy to understand how they would have updates like that so significant and so consistently.
Yeah, it's just it's wild. It's ridiculous. They added so much, and just like, I don't know. It like, to me, that's the early access games are just like, if when it enters early access, it could realistically already be done, you're in for a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and literally the first time I launched, I was like, yeah, this could be done. This could be done. And just every single update, that makes every update feel like a Christmas present.
Yeah, it's
you're
like a bonus.
I get more? Like, this was already good, and I get second breakfast?
Hell yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's really nice.
So would
So
Hades
it's like
be
early
yours for that
access
as well?
can be beautiful. Sorry, be what?
Would Hades be yours for that as well?
Yeah. For sure. Oh man, I just bought a watering. Oh wait, I can have two tractors. Never mind. I can have second breakfast in tractor style.
Hell yeah. I've got my watering tractors, 2 of them at the same time, constantly watering these trees. It's not working out.
Yeah. Oh, it's not working out?
No.
What?
I have not been getting the trees that I am looking for.
Okay. But what did you get for your ranking in the last season? We didn't
Max.
ask. Yeah.
Yourself?
I got 9. I got 9. I got almost max. Like I'm
Okay.
catching up. I'm getting my my head out of my bum. Finally.
This is a game that, like, a lot of the time I've used as my wind down after recording, try and autopilot my way through it game. Which I think is a large amount of the reason that I can kind of just turn my brain off for this game at the very
Yeah, you
least.
got that flow state. That smooth flow state there.
Hell yeah. I lost it in Gungeon, so I've now got to pick it up in another game.
I'm scared. I'm scared to play Gungeon. I haven't played it really. Like I played it on stream. I played it on stream the other day, but I haven't really been playing Enter the Gungeon.
Finally, we'll be on even footing.
You're going down, sucker. Wait, me. I'm going down, sucker. That, but in reverse. But Uno reverse card.
Oh no, Rue, please offer better things. Otherwise, I can't marry you. I'm doing it anyway.
All about the things. All about the things with you.
Of course. You kidding me? If there wasn't a dowry, I wouldn't get married.
Oh boy. I gotta say, if I'm doing one thing right today, I'm not really getting hit very often. And at least that's happening. Because it can be easily really embarrassing, and I could just have died in the second season.
Yeah.
So at least I got that going for me. That's my win. And I'll take it.
I'll consider it one as well, frankly, for the series as a whole.
Okay. Good. At the very least, it's not a disappointment. This run is not a disappointment. It's by all accounts, not a bad run. It's a bad run when you compare it to a good run.
It's not a disappointment. If anything, it's an appointment.
Exactly. Ooh, exactly that. I've gotten a lot of the Anemocry scrolls at the very least. I just need to start using them.
Hell yeah. I mean, get one rain cloud, then pop them all.
Whoop.
I really just wish that I had better weapon choices than the squirrel launcher and the meat cleaver here when I'm trying to explore a 2-bridge area.
Picky.
There are some camps I'm just not going to be able to fight with this. Like, if the camp has, you know, a horde of bats, I can't do that.
Yeah. Fair. All right. I've been inspired. I'm going in.
To a higher
Tier
level
2.
area?
Tier 2, I'm going in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoop. Determination.
I believe in you.
It's gonna be what gets me ahead here. Not really.
Oh my god, the first thing I killed happened to have the golden map.
Oh my god.
Extremely appreciated video game.
Extremely unappreciated video game. I'll take some.
I actually kind of think I may want to change to a monster mashing tractor just so that I can clear these areas.
Yeah, they're really quite nice for that. Just like literally just dropping it on the enemy's face is really satisfying.
Sometimes even rounding up like a couple different camps, pulling their aggro, and then just putting it down in the middle of all of them.
Yeah. I have 40 beans. Just like that. Finally using my tractors. It's almost like I've been playing wrong all day. And now I've finally figured it out. It's almost exactly like that.
I mean, I would never say that, but it definitely sounds like it.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. You can say the truth. It's allowed. You can say it if it's literally complete fact that I played like absolute dog buns.
Sure.
Dog buns.
Sure, but I never would.
Okay. You don't want to say I played like dog buns?
No,
Why, is
no,
it
not
because
at
it's
all.
not a normal phrase?
Because
Is
then
it because it's a strange
the
phrase and doesn't make any sense?
then the notoriously litigious Jake the dog would actually sue me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is notoriously litigious.
I don't know. I just like claiming that people are notoriously litigious.
It's just
Like
just
the
fun
old
to say.
NLSS meme.
It's just fun to say. I do it too. I do it too.
Get away from my
Just me.
trees. Just give me a better
here.
weapon. 3 weapons. At least let me choose between 3 weapons, because there are 2 completely garbage ones. Then I would at least have some choice that I would be happy with. So what direction do you actually think they will go with meta progression for this game? Because they're obviously setting up for that with the cornucopias and talking about how the cats aren't the level of meta progression they're looking to add.
I really have no idea. I wouldn't be shocked if it was just straight up like, you do more damage or something like that. I hope it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
What my favorite meta progression in any game is just adding more items to the pool that aren't necessarily better, but are maybe more complex or advanced. Maybe let you do some different kind of strategies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like the Enter the Gungeon, the Binding of Isaac, just like something like that.
Yeah,
Add more items.
It feels like they have like a lot of items that pair with having turrets from the farm choices. They have a lot of items that pair with having chickens, like the chicken calicry and the avian placenta. They have nothing that pairs with cows or with pigs, and they have nothing that pairs with bees. It feels like that's like something that they could go into.
Yeah, and they probably will.
Fingers
They probably will. They got like a whole ton of different items, but yeah, I see that maybe that happening. I hope it's not just like you do more damage, because especially not if they don't add future ascension levels first.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not particularly hard to win.
No.
After you've kind of figured out what you're doing in the game, it's not particularly hard to win when you're not having your attention split. I don't know.
Nice addendum there.
Yeah, just I had to cover my butt because I'll probably die. Like, I know me. I know myself and my tendency towards becoming deceased.
I don't know. You don't do it that often in games.
Yeah. Sometimes definitely I do though. Sometimes I definitely die a lot. Usually, like, I feel like I don't know how you are with picking up games, but I feel like doing things on YouTube, I feel like I've gotten really, really good at very quickly getting mediocre. Very quickly getting mediocre, but then sometimes it takes me a huge chunk of time to get better than that. But like, my ability to become mediocre is amazing. Like, I think I can get okay really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's still a lot of death in that.
I think I would broadly agree, as in that's a kind of similar way to how I feel. I think like largely I'll find something that works, and having that thing that works to rely on will prevent me from actually becoming a better player mechanically at the game. And that a lot of the time is something that I have to later in the series disabuse myself of. Like, there were even when I was quote unquote good at Slay the Spire, there were so many cards I was just wholly wrong about. And I refused to take Dead Branch for a really long period of time, that kind of thing. Like, I refused to take Snecko Eye. You know, I got stuck in patterns of thought. I feel like also it's unfortunate because I oftentimes when I start a series, or at the very least, at least when I have time to, I'll try and start the series by playing off camera for like 20 to 30 hours. And if I don't have time to do that, I often feel really, really woefully underprepared and almost like embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not instantly good at this game, and it makes me feel bad. And then as soon as I make that excuse for myself, I'm like, but why should I expect to be?
Yeah, I noticed that that's one thing that we definitely do different. Like when I part one of my Undermine series is literally like 10 minutes after I launched the game for the first time. I'm, and I, you know, I'll just be prepared to get yelled at for missing all the gold, everything like that. Just like bring it on, it's fine. I don't like it, but you know, it also saves me 20, 30 hours.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It saves me 20, 30 hours that I don't have, I guess, is maybe what I need to say. Like, I don't have that 20, 30 hours, I guess, anymore. It doesn't feel like.
Yeah, it's something that, like, recently, especially, I can't afford to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I'll just start playing a game on my own time and get so engrossed in it that I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I want to learn a bunch about this for a series. And then by the time I played enough of it to start the series, I'm like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
I don't want to play. This game got old. There's only 100 hours of gameplay in it, and I'm already there.
I could have done
Basically nothing.
I could have done a whole series on Factory Town by the time that I ended up stopping playing it from my testing.
Yeah,
I played 40 hours of it and reached the end of the progression in the game before I could actually start the series on it.
Yeah. Is that game good? Made by Eric. I like him. He did Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball.
I am not familiar with the person in general, but yeah, the game itself was actually quite nice. I enjoyed it a lot.
Good game. He's another example of a early access done very, very right. Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball was made by him, one guy, and it just like he just kept working on it for so long after like everybody would abandon it. Crazy, just like guaranteeing that everybody would just feel like they got their money worth.
Is that the Neon game?
Stuff.
Like Neon Dodgeball?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so clean and crisp. Like, and it's one of those things where it's like, there wasn't a dodgeball game yet. It's like one of those things. This didn't exist, and it didn't. Not really. Not in the same way.
Have you finished your next season?
I'm about to. I am about to leave. I'm just taking so much time just cutting all the stupid grass. If I had cleats. Oh, if I had cleats. I feel like it's the make or break, honestly. It's like, if one of us got cleats, that's a really big deal.
Yep.
Like a really big deal.
What have you gotten from your golden chest so far then?
2 organic armors and extra tractor slot, I guess.
Yeah. That's me as well.
Yeah.
And daily
like
scroll because I've opened an extra one.
That's the one thing I wish I got daily scroll. That would be nice.
I mean, the daily scroll giving unupgraded scrolls later on, you're really hoping for like Earthquake just so that you don't have to till the soil yourself.
Yeah.
Because like the unupgraded Anemocre is pretty garbage later on.
I suppose that's very, very true. I'm like still not in the meta area with this game yet. Still got no meta.
I honestly think like the meta for me was kicked off in this game by a comment that was like, "Hey Raps, don't you think you should explore the desert if you don't have a bunch of cows because those need less water to grow, and then the jungle if you have a lot of cows because then you have all of the water to provide to them." And just my initial response to that was, look, there's time to clear all of the things. It probably doesn't matter. But as soon as I actually started to try and incorporate it into my play, I realized, damn, this optimization is actually really, really important. And thinking about what I can prepare to actually grow on my farm has really taken me to the next level here.
Yeah. Like I could tell. Like that's kind of the aspect for me that made me realize that there is a lot of depth that needs to be explored. the fact that like different things need different water,
Mhm.
everything like that hit me. I was like, okay, that's definitely a huge avenue of being able to play better. I just never put that into my brain. it's my problem. I was just like, yeah, that's all there, and it matters.
That's fair.
But I don't understand it. It's kind of where I'm at with it.
Ghouls and
it'd probably be
gods.
the thing where if I was doing a daily or every other day series on it, I definitely would have explored those parts of the game. By now, guaranteed.
So I'm on my way from misery to happiness to be, because I've got 7 extra trees. So I've got 4 world trees up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I might have one of my best scoring runs, but it's gonna look like dog buns.
It
think I
won't.
said-
Again, like the higher quality scrolls are actually way higher quality scrolls. The higher quality get away from my world tree. The higher quality plants that you can find in the second tier areas are way better than actually focusing on trees, in my opinion. It's just I
Well, I
happen
almost-
to get the trees, so do it.
Fair. I have 94 chili peppers.
Woo!
What a life this is. I've never actually had 2 tractors with 2 charges in it before. It is quite a life.
Yeah,
This is living. This
I-
is living.
I ended up with that as well, actually.
Couldn't have at least had that on you.
No.
Couldn't have at least had the dual charges on you. There's just not enough items in the game for us to have like truly that different of a run.
Yeah.
It's just all about the order that you get it in is truly the thing.
Please,
That's
game,
like-
give
seems
me
like
the
basically
cleats.
Give me the cleats though.
Cleat me.
No. Don't let the raps get rapper. Oh, help me. I need help. I need cleats.
If I find any
Give
cleats,
me
I'll
the
send them
cleat.
over to you. Is that fair?
I'll take it. Give Reet the cleat. Oh,
All right. Now starts doom time for you. I've got 12 tomatoes. Yes, now. I've got 12 tomatoes, and I've got 4 charges on my watering tractors. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of tomato seeds here.
all right. Yes, it's good to know that
Yeah.
now I'm in trouble.
I have 50 tomato seeds now.
Yes, I have one. Yes, I have one. Guys, now I'm in trouble now.
Oh, hell
boy.
yes.
I feel like at this point, cleats is like what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It makes enough of it'd be like the one thing that would make enough of a difference at this point
Fingers crossed. They'll turn up.
for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fingers crossed that you wouldn't get them.
Okay.
That'd just be mean.
Alright. I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna think it.
I'm glad I clarified, frankly.
No,
Oh my god,
You
I
never.
also have collected enough fertilizer over the course of this that I can make all of these into big tomatoes.
Big tomato.
Mm. Are you familiar with the
Big tomato.
the Australian fascination with creating large versions of small things in country towns?
That's only Australian thing?
Oh, is it not?
There's like the world's largest like ball of yarn somewhere around here. or
Okay,
something.
yeah, that's I've heard that Weird Al song as well.
that kind of thing. No, but like that there's something like that that's around. No, it's a rubber band ball. It's a rubber band ball.
Okay.
The world's largest rubber band ball or something around here. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm slightly familiar with it. Why? Is there one that you are wanting to bring up?
Well,
familiar with or something?
I recently went on a road trip and I happened to go past the largest clan, which
Largest clam?
yeah, just large oyster.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
problem that I had with it, and there were many, but this is the top one, was that
Okay.
it was directly above a car dealership, as in it was
Okay.
the roof of a car dealership. And the
Okay.
kind of opening of the clam, the aperture through which the clam, I guess, breathes.
Is through which it clams.
Yes. Where it does most of its clamming. The aperture had a window in it. So this was the office directly above. It looked a lot like a secret lair atop a volcano, but it was atop a Ford dealership. What a boring
Okay.
dystopia.
Yeah, that sucks. We can do better. Come on.
At least be in
Come on,
charge of like a
corporate
really
overlords.
truly evil company if you're gonna do that.
Exactly.
Rather than like a small town car dealership.
Yeah, exactly.
That feels like that's the kind of like super villain lair that should be for like ExxonMobil, something like that.
Oh, for sure. Not just not Ma and Pa. Ma and Pa sell their cars.
I like that. It's very Bostonian.
That's all I got. And I barely got it.
And it's better than what I have for Bostonian. Like my non-rotic
I have, like,
attempt at
hometown
Bostonian.
advantage, though.
Ah, okay.
I have like home-ish town advantage of being like in the U.S. and I am not even. I feel like you have an excuse. You got an extra layer deep to go. I feel. Do you feel that's true?
No. No, I feel like
No?
if anything, I should have a fresh ear for it.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like I always wonder. I always ask in my videos where people think I'm from, and because I'm always like, do I have an accent? And nobody is ever right. So I feel like everybody says they don't have an accent, but I wonder if I'm one of those people that actually doesn't have a discernible American, like, specific location accent. I
One of
always
those
wonder. 'Cause I keep-
non-regionals.
Yeah, I think it's because I spent too much time on the internet that I didn't learn from anybody outside.
Yeah. That was actually my my description of why my accent's, you know, a little pretentious, posh, British influenced. And that's because I didn't really have social contact as a child, so I just watched a lot of British sitcoms and comedy.
Yeah. Same here. That kind of, I mean, but just like all over the place, just YouTube videos, everything, everywhere. I feel like I used to have more of an accent for sure, and it's ever since doing YouTube, it's slowly gone. As like, because like near when I started, people would maybe mention that I said something funny, but then it slowly went away as I got more and more self-conscious
Yeah.
of saying anything wrong, saying quote unquote wrong.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to deal with that one specifically by the policy of, look, if you point out that I said something wrong, I'm gonna say it worse next time. Screw you.
I'm just gonna don't even say it worse. Just say it louder. just turn up the gain. Just like just blow the eardrums out for it.
I'm just gonna clip constantly with them.
Yeah, just do a little clip.
I actually had that recently because we went to, as I said, a road trip for a friend's wedding reception. And I met the boyfriend of my partner's friend. I met someone who is British, right? And we were talking about accents in particular. And he asked me, hey, so where are you from? What? Where are you from? Oh, Australian? Born and bred? You sound English. And that was from an Englishman.
Yeah. Huh.
I had like a weird stroke of pride by that. I was like, hell yeah, I did it.
Why is that though? Like, cause it's the same thing for me. Why? I feel like that's a lot of people. People take pride in not having an accent. What is that about?
I mean, I guess
I
you
get
quite
it too.
literally work to overcome it.
Yeah, I guess that's literally just it. It's just like, some people implied at least in some way that this was at least noticeable, so therefore I decided it's a problem, so now I want to get rid of it and I did a good job. I guess that's literally just it. But yeah, I don't know. Because I'm like, yeah, I feel great that I don't have my local accent. I guess. I don't know. Like I don't say rough instead of roof.
Oh, that's the thing. I've never heard
Yeah,
of
it's
that one.
apparently a thing. Apparently, I say I'm in Minnesota. We would say rough and bag. or like I don't know. Those are things. The one thing that I could never get behind is calling soda pop.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never been able to do that.
Do you
As a
know?
kid, I was like, let's get real.
Do you know the Australian for that?
I feel like no, I don't. I feel like you might have told me before. I forgot. What is?
Consider what soda is in comparison to alcohol.
I don't know. What is this a riddle?
No, it's so we just call it a soft drink because it doesn't contain alcohol.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that.
Okay, cool.
I hear that a lot here too.
Right. That's the same thing Alexa said, and I was like, damn, I was pretty sure that was like a Australian thing. And then again, of course, I wouldn't know.
It's not the. I wouldn't say it's the common way of saying it here. Like if someone said it, you'd be like, why didn't you call it soda? But you know exactly what they're talking about. You're like, oh yeah, that's, of course.
Okay.
I'm not confused, but I'm also like wondering why you didn't say the one that I know more readily. Is kind of how it would be portrayed here. I'm gonna die because I got offered either the cleaver or the squirrel on the Bundertaker, which is literally, in my opinion, I think is literally death because neither of these weapons can handle the enemies that are here, and I think it's baloney and needs to be changed.
Yeah,
I
agree.
died. I just died because I literally couldn't beat the boss. So.
Cool. I will finish out this season and then compare scores.
Mine's so bad.
I will have you know, I popped an extra scroll here just to try and buff my score just a little bit at the end.
Yeah, you would need to. I guarantee you, if you were like, stop right now, let's compare scores, you probably have twice my score anyways. And I think you would win by 2 times anyways.
All right. Whew. Let's do this. I've got 80 tomatoes. Damn it. I was so ready for the final season. Wait, this was the final season, wasn't it?
That was winter.
Damn
You
it.
can finish if you want.
No. It's okay.
Ready quick?
Maybe. It depends on what scroll I get offered for the finish here. I got offered it in Nemocree. Ooh. Yeah, should I finish it?
Go for it.
All right. I just think because I already have a rain cloud set up out there, so I feel like I'm just gonna spawn in and then insta kill the boss.
I think it's gonna take 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna take literally like nothing. I finally upgraded my cats because they said I couldn't have any more. I'm a little sad that I Frankenstein like 6 cats into this 1 cat.
I don't
feel a little
know.
weird about it.
You should be pleased about it. Now
It's
you got a big cat.
It's not that big though. And he's hiding behind the outhouse. He's ashamed of what he's become. He doesn't know. Which cat am I? I can't be all of them, but I hear 6 thoughts. 6 cats' thoughts at the same time. They all say scratch, meow, scratch.
So this makes you a Frankenstein.
Exactly. I am a Frankenstein.
That's the boss kill.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Yes, that was what a huge waste of time, Rhapsody. Oh, I can't believe you made me wait 30 seconds, maybe.
around. Yeah, that's actually specifically by focusing on the tomatoes there. That has the first day that I ever earned over 4,000.
I got 4,000 points total.
It's okay. We're about to move to Gunshin, in which case tables are turned.
Oh my god.
So overall,
right.
that was 16,759.
Wow. Yeah, I got like 4,200 or something. I clicked out of it because I was too sad to look at it.
That's fair. I'll click out of my score as well, and I'm just gonna buy a bunch more cats. Too
Sounds
many
good.
cats? What?
Yeah.
Cancel this game.
Cancel this game. This game's over. Rito and Raps will no longer sow the same seeds, reap the same rice and rye, or plant the same crops ever again until this cat thing is patched.
Here's hoping it's patched by the time that we next decide to do this. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. His name's been Rito of Retromation. There are links in the description down below to all of the things you need. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.